Coming up on the show tonight, whether you're looking for thought-provoking discussions, vibrant festival vibes, or just a space to connect and be inspired this Human Rights Month, here on Trendz Live, we've got you covered. Art and interior design come together in a breathtaking fusion as renowned artist Azael Langa unveils his latest masterpiece. We showcase South African chef Sibam Tongana at her eponymous restaurant in Cape Town, where she wowed patrons with her mouth-watering dishes. Oh yes, it's a feel-good Friday, and that means it's a Trendz Live Friday. Coming to you live from Auckland Park, Johannesburg, this Human Rights Day. Welcome to the show. But you can call me there. It was on this day in 1960 where 69 lives were lost in the Sharpeville Massacre, and today we not only remember them, but we also celebrate how far we've come as a nation and a people. Celebrations are taking place all over the country, and one such celebration is the Constitution Hill Human Rights Festival that is officially underway. Now, it's truly exciting. It kicked off on Thursday, the 20th of March, and will keep the energy going all the way until Sunday. It's a celebration of community, culture, and the power to promote human rights. Expect live performances, inspiring talks, and incredible moments that bring people together to stand up for social justice and human rights, whether you're looking for thought-provoking discussions, vibrant festival vibes, or just a space to connect and be inspired. We caught up with the organizers during the week, and this is what you can expect this year.
South Africa's Human Rights Festival returns this year with a powerful theme, a just and inclusive South Africa.
The Human Rights Festival this year is celebrating the theme, a just and inclusive South Africa. This is our 7th year into this festival, and we're basically trying to highlight how people have the power and the voice to practice their human rights. So we basically wanted to give the people an opportunity to experience the site and the jam-packed programs, because this kind of festival is a festival that includes your workshops, your dialogues, and different activities. So we wanted to give people that opportunity to get familiar with what's out there, how they can exercise their rights, what programs they can get into, to get them geared up for the 21st, which is Human Rights Day. We will have an official opening of the festival, which will continue on Saturday on the 22nd with more dialogues, makers market, children's villages, and all of that, but also closing off the festival with the We the People walk.
Amongst many pressing themes being explored, this year, mental wellness will take center stage.
This dialogue workshop is specifically looking at the entertainment space, and we're only here at Conhill for one day, unfortunately, on Friday. And so that is the theme for this specific one. But iMasakane has monthly interactive seminars where we explore different themes, themes that are outside of the entertainment industry, themes like we recently did I can't remember exactly what it was called, but we were speaking to the people that get left behind after somebody has taken their lives, because they also have a trauma now. They are living with a trauma, you would say. A loved one took their lives. So it takes different shapes all the time. Our interactive seminar it's just that the one here at Conhill is focused on the entertainment space. You look at mental wellness as a luxury and not as a human right. And you see this through the systems that are put in place. For example, medical aid, very few that cover mental wellness. Let's go back to people that can't even afford medical aid. You can't go to the clinic and get mental wellness assistance. So it doesn't really just affect the entertainment industry, it affects wonke umuntu, and so it needs to be treated more as a pressing issue. It needs to be treated more as a human right, into that has to happen instead of a luxury or for so banban, you know. So that's really the relationship.
We know we come from a history of oppression, a time where things were difficult for people to even have a voice, So this festival is a gatekeeper for the youth, the old, those who are interested, and those who don't know what the Constitution stands for, what rights they have, what opportunities they have. So we're basically trying to portray, or lack of a better word, try to connect how people can get involved in making a change, get involved with different organizations, to push their voice, push their agenda, because we have young organizations like Right to Protest. We've worked with ones that are basically creating human rights ambassadors who are going into communities, canvassing, joining programs to fix either water situations or whatever it may be, because our liberation heroes live in a space like this.
So come and explore the festival grounds and participate in eye-opening discussions.
It looks really, really cool. I'll be there tomorrow, so if just catch me, just say hi. Now, as you're winding down your week, whether short or long, here's a quick snapshot of what you may have missed in the world of entertainment. Our producer, Refilio Matela, takes us through the stories. Have a look.
Universal Music Group, which hip-hop artist Drake is signed under, has applied for the dismissal of his defamation lawsuit over its promotion of Kendrick Lamar's single, Not Like Us. The Grammy Award-winning hit forms part of their decade-long beef. UMG claims that the lyrics of the song are just rhetorical hyperbole and opinions safeguarded by the U.S. Constitution's First Amendment. Drake's lawsuit sets forward allegations that the song brands him as a pedophile. Michael Gottlieb, a lawyer for Drake, called the dismissal request a desperate ploy to avoid accountability. Music stars came out for the 2025 iHeartRadio Music Awards red carpet in LA, California this week. The yearly awards celebrate the most played artists and songs on the group's stations and app. Iconic vocalist Mariah Carey was celebrated with the Icon Award for her record-breaking achievements through music. Our global superstar Tyler clinched the World Artist of the Year award.
I mean, I think that's what it's about when you become an artist. You want to inspire because you're inspired, and you're just grateful that people acknowledge what you have done and give you respect, and it's love, man. You're just grateful and thankful.
Shows that are based around the people that allow us to do what we do, which are the fans, to me are the best shows. Those are the best experiences because you really feel the love from all different genres, because you could be a fan of country but also be a fan of hip-hop. And good music's good music, and we need to keep putting out good music.
Still in music, the multi-talented Will Smith announced this week that he'll be touring the UK, Morocco and Europe. The summer tour, titled Based on a True Story, kicks off in Rabat, Malta in June and will close off in Paris. The tour shares the same name as his upcoming album, his first release in 20 years. That's all for this week. Stay trendy.
Tonight, we continue to celebrate Human Rights Day by commemorating and honoring those who fought for our liberation and the rights we enjoy today. With that said, we have multi-talented poets in studio who will be rendering poems, and taking the stage first is Tshepo Molefe with a piece titled Lost in Translation. Enjoy.
Sanbonan, my name is Tshepo Molefe, and I was named Hope in a language I can barely wrap my tongue in. I mean, a Sotho clan would somehow leap out of my tongue to declare me as one of their own, while a Sotho clan hides within my lungs. What I'm trying to say is that every time I speak, I lose my own kind. This is probably a good time to explain. My accent got lost somewhere between my mother's tongue and my father's translations, and my accent couldn't migrate fast enough from Lesotho, so borrowing one from Soweto was probably the next best thing. Now my tongue calls me Zulu while my name drags me back to my father's land. Hey, don't blame me. My father had sinkholes for years, so whenever my granddad gave him his history in speeches, he would often lose his attention. But thank God mother had buckets for hands that held fragments of my granddad's lectures. Unfortunately, like my granddad, mother is one with the soil. And father's growing shovels for hands to dig for parts of himself in between what's left of my mother. I'm afraid I'll be joining him soon. I'm afraid this may become a father-son tradition. I'm afraid I may have to look for my identity in between my grandmother's teeth that refused to let go of my granddad's name. She's an old scripture, written on corroding scrolls. Man, I dare you to find your clan name in a book full of blank pages. If you look carefully enough, you'll often find me holding history books, hoping some text might just trickle down and just tell me who the hell I am.
You're still watching Trendz Live on SABC. Now, art and interior design come together in a breathtaking fusion as renowned artist Azael Langa unveils his latest masterpiece. Known for his equivocal silhouettes, Azael takes his creativity beyond traditional canvases, performing an everyday object, a bathtub, into a striking work of art. But this isn't just about aesthetics. It's a tribute to the essence of home, family, and the wisdom passed down through generations.
Art enthusiasts gathered to witness an extraordinary fusion of bathroom decor and fine art. Renowned artist Azael Langa has reimagined a classic bathtub.
If you look at this bathtub itself, it represents a certain class, right? And a certain demographics. And now, bringing in the sculpture, because I say it's a sculptural feel, because what I did is, when I started painting on it, it felt like I'm sculpting into it. And with that, I thought, let me try something different. Let me make this bathtub a sculpture. So it was 3 individuals. And we joined our ideas, and this was born.
Azael, as you know, is a gem in the industry. And for us, our dream and our goal was to identify someone we can mentor from a business point of view, but who's already got their talent, and build on that. And we assess the different artists, and I think Azael has the right character to teach others. He's got love, he's got the heart for that, for the industry. Because the whole idea is not to end with Azael, but we want a million other Azaels to come out of this collaboration.
This collaboration offers more than just design. It infuses a profound narrative into every unique piece.
I matched my story with their story, and with that, it gave a different feel. Because if you think of my work, it represents Abu Mama in Joburg, but now bringing that into luxury, it's also it gave birth to a new concept in my work, where I always put these figures as these giants in the city. But now, if you move them from the city into a luxury home, where one can remember who they really are and where they come from, because it doesn't matter who you are and which culture you're from, but then the fact is we're all one in terms of memories, right? So that's why the home represents the memories. It represents who we really are. And as you know, the story of the blue house and stuff, so with that, it captures all the memories we have. And as it captures, this is a mother, and she gives the memories. She hands over the memories to the child, and the child gives birth to a new generation. And the interesting thing is, as she gives back to a new generation, it's a new community that she builds. Then the community goes around. But if you hold on to something for too long, it fades away. So now, as it fades away, she hands over again. So it's more like she's looking at herself in the mirror.
Each piece has its own unique narrative, elevating the concept of home decor to an art form.
Think about it. The only time you get time to talk to yourself is when you are in the bathroom. And now you are in there with a certain story, so it means you are not alone. So it brings comfort at the same time, because the resemble of a home is that. It brings comfort. You can come from wherever and you don't feel okay and you want to submerge yourself in this. But when you come into that story, now you are becoming what? The artwork itself. We're making it so exclusive that every year we're going to just make 3. of this. Then those, it's specifically, it's a charity project that we do. So it's breaking boundaries, yet giving back to the community.
Our goal behind this is to tell the world about our heritage, our history, and then also what not better than on a South African mined mineral, which we are very famous for globally. Where quartzstone in specific is the fourth hardest mineral in the world, so it carries strength. Where Azael is talking about the history of our country and he's painting it, he's telling the stories. And we want to give that to the world. So the very first auction will be for the South African market and where we will be funding the South African charities. The next one will be a global auction, which we are very excited about because that will take it to the next level.
With art, you can literally do anything and everything. Art covers all facets of life. And that's really the love of it. There's no end to it. How long is a shoestring? So if you ask me, the variants are beyond. We can do so many things with art and our products. As you can see, we're working with the tabs. We can do the loos. I don't know, for those who go into urinals, the male urinals, they've also played a lot with, there's a lot of art in the male bathrooms. You find different types of artistic sanitary wear that flair. So it does go a long way, and we intend, as I indicated, to take it even further.
Azael inspires creativity amongst homeowners who seek not only functional luxury, but also a deeper artistic connection.
Now, the UNESCO recognized World Poetry Day is an opportunity to support linguistic diversity through poetic expression and an occasion to honor poets, revive oral traditions of poetry recitals, and to foster the convergence between poetry and other arts such as theater, dance, music, and painting, and to raise visibility of poetry in the media. Tonight, we mark this special occasion with the presence of two multi-talented performers, Tshepo Molefe and Nomfundo Kambule. Also joining us is World of Words founder Hector Dibakwane. Welcome to Trendz Live.
Thank you so much for having us.
Tongue twister. Wow. World of Words. It's incredible. Hector, I'll start with you. Tell me all about World of Words. Wow.
Damn. Okay. I think to keep it short, I used to work retail, highly passionate about the creative industry. And seeing art as a form of healing. I grew up in a community where a lot of young people are facing a lot of challenges, mental challenges, unemployment, but we're sitting with our God-given gifts. So I was like, you know what? There's not enough platforms for young people to explore and cultivate their talents. Let me start this thing for my community. And it attracted people from all over Gauteng. Some people travel as far as Mpumalanga and Limpopo to come and attend, which has really blown my mind. And we're 9 years in and still going strong, pushing the love of poetry, building a beautiful community of creatives, just driving change and creating a safe space for us to explore and be together.
It's incredible. Yeah. Tell me, why did you feel, I mean, look, there's a lot going on in our country, just as you mentioned now, unemployment, morale is low. Why did you feel it was so important for you to create a space where artists and the youth and talented, like-minded individuals can connect?
Yeah. I think it was a calling, I believe art is highly spiritual. Some of the stuff that happens at the event I can't explain. And I think it was just my personal calling, my purpose to say, yo, Hector, you are the guy who's gonna, pioneer certain things within the creative industry. And I really just listened to my intuition. And when people ask me what do I do, I'm really on a journey pursuing my passions led by my intuition. So yeah.
Hey, yeah, you really are a wordsmith. My goodness. Let me come to you guys. Tshepo, I'll start with you. Talk to me about that feeling, that moment when you step onto the WOW stage for the first time and you perform an original piece.
I'll explain my first
interaction with WOW, right? As soon as I got there, plus 40, I was also cross-nighting and whatnot. It was So I even walked a couple of kilometers just to perform at that stage. And once I hit the stage, it was one of those things where I was received wholeheartedly, right? And man, it's an indescribable feeling. Indescribable feeling.
Indescribable. It's I guess maybe overwhelming. Mfundo, do you concur? Is this what it was for you also?
I think my first time also was an overwhelming experience. The energy at WOW, the people just like feeding off of all that energy and receiving so much support and love. It's undescribable, like he said. It's nothing you can truly explain in words. I mean, we're wordsmiths, but
sometimes
words escape me.
Yeah. But it's an amazing feeling. It's a beautiful coming together of people to experience an art form, and truly magical. Honestly, yeah.
Look, I don't want your words to escape you, because you are a celebrated artist. You worked on a Grammy-winning album. You went to the Grammys. Talk to me. Please find the words. You have to find the words now. What was that like, working on a body of work and it getting, I guess, the highest recognition in music, really?
Firstly, I always say it found me at such a random time and in such a random way. I was never expecting anything like this to happen to me in this time frame, at least, you know. But the opportunity came. Initially, I was just going to do like 2 interludes on the album, and then they were like, no, we want more. And I was like, from me? What do you mean? And we continued and we did the tracks, and then the Grammy nomination happened. I thought that was the peak, because I was like, okay, the album's nominated, that's great, that's celebrating that. And then it's like, okay, you're invited to the Grammys, you go to the Grammys. Next thing, we're being called. Like, wait, hold on.
Oh my goodness.
They're really us. Okay, wow. It was an out of this world experience, indescribable again. The whole time I think I was there, I was processing nothing. I only really processed everything that happened when I got home.
I feel like if I was there too, I think we'd all be able to relate.
Yeah.
Look, Tebo, you are also celebrated. You've got the Brown Bottle series.
Yes.
Chat to me about that. Chat to me about some of the themes that come across there.
So it was my experiment of basically finding a way of popularizing poetry, right? Bringing it to the people. And the one manner of which to relate to people through poetry was through reflecting their work or reflecting their personal experiences. And that's how the Brown Bottle series came about, which is basically a poetry anthology about the use and misuse of alcohol in our personal spaces. There's the praising of it, where we actually have the Church of Alcoholism, and then there's also the dark side, the physical abuse, the alcoholic abuse, and then there's also the finding your identity within the experiences of alcohol. So you will find yourself being reflected in all those in all the poetry that's displayed in the book.
I love the fact that you're using the word finding yourself reflected, because you write work that a lot of black women can relate to. Yes. Talk to me about some of the common things that you find women are struggling with and how you translate that in your work.
I think finding a place in society and your voice being heard as a woman can be a little bit challenging. So I want my work to become that voice. All the things that we talk about as women, and these are the issues that we're facing, these are the consequences of what happened in our history, and it has led us to this point as women in society. How do we thrive? How do we become better? How do we become independent for real? I think those are the conversations I try to drive a lot, even with young women, especially for young women. How can we tackle this world that is so great and standing right in front of us? How do we move forward from the struggle as well? we've struggled, but we are here now. What's the next story? What's the next chapter to our story? So those are the things that I honestly just want to address when it comes to being a voice for women.
I love that. Yes. I love that. Before I let you guys go, Hector, I'll be back. Where do I find your work? Say I'm interested in reading your work, in experiencing your work. Where do I find your body of work? I'll start with you, Tipo.
Right. You'll find some of my work on my website, tsepomlefe.com/poetry. You'll also find my next book at Exclusive Books. It's called Eternal Echoes, co-authored with Dalim Bondo. You'll also find me on IG as well, Tatted Baddie 21. Listen, you heard me.
I wasn't sure. Tatted Baddie.
Yes,
okay,
Tatted Baddie 21. Also on TikTok, the Tatted Baddie as well.
Hey. It's the year of the baddie. Where do we find your work?
Okay, so I was featured on the Grammy Award-winning album Al Caporal
of course.
You can find that on all digital streaming platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, all of them. You can also find me on YouTube. You can find, I do post some videos and stuff on my Instagram as well, so you can explore my social media. Yeah, I'm also working on a couple of things that I will be releasing on the digital streams as well. So.
Grammys and baddies. Hey. Hector, what's coming up in 2025 for WOW? It's an incredible platform. What do we have to look forward to this year?
I think we used to do monthly sessions, pre-COVID. And I think right now life has settled. We found our flow, our groove. So we'll be introducing monthly poetry sessions in Melville at a beautiful cafe called Arturo. So every first Friday we'll be there, but then also we have a collaboration with a place called Victoria Yards. So on the 31st we'll be having a bigger session, not like an intimate pop-up at Arturo, but like a bigger curated experience at Victoria Yards on the 31st. And South Africa has the best poets in the world. If you didn't know it, now you know. And come and experience them at our event and connect with the wider community.
I love it. What an experience. I feel like I hit a bit of poetry myself today. My rhymes, Okay, all right. Thank you so much for coming to Trendz Live. We absolutely cannot wait for the 31st of March. I think I will be there. Please. And we cannot wait to catch up with you too and see the rest of your work throughout the year.
Thank you.
We love it. Now, another piece of art to tantalize your art palette, the London Original Print Fair. This is the British capital's longest running art fair. Celebrates its 40th anniversary this week with an array of works spanning from old masters to contemporary creations. Have a look.
An art fair hosted by Somerset House. This year's edition features more than 40 studios, dealers and publishers with displayed works including the likes of Damien Hirst, Tom Hammock and Grayson Perry, as well as emerging talent. The fair, which launched in June 1985 with 16 exhibitors, has long offered fans the chance to view and buy prints considered more affordable than paintings and sculptures.
The London Original Print Fair is a fair that has now been going for 40 years. We celebrate this year, which is very exciting, dedicated to the medium of prints, which is nowadays often called editions. It's basically any work that is made in an edition or printed from one surface to another, basically. But they are all original artworks. Now we have well over 40 exhibitors, and we have a huge variety of things on offer, from old master prints right up to contemporary things straight off the press. Some of them just being rushed in as we speak and hung.
Works from around the world are featured, including those showcasing as part of India Printmaker House, a platform artist Shivangi Lada founded for young printmakers.
It is our first time showing here, so we are very excited, and because it's such a prestigious fair and has been running for so many years, it's a great opportunity and privilege to be showing here alongside wonderful galleries and artists.
Now that's a fine fair to attend.
Oh, incredible. Now, still with the arts, we're in for another poetic treat. Now, with Amari, here's Nomfundo Kambule.
The African sun is a brewing storm. Discipline his light or he will burn down the entire city. Remember how you got here. Aunties ululating, beating their brooms against the sand, and your father gave you a name. We would call you that until you leave this place again. Your grandfather gifted you the sun child. In the evenings, his mbira sang, teaching you that you were born tied to the moon, that you house the universe in your palms, that the stars align with your eyes, and your bones have failed to rid themselves of the earth. Your shadow has become a deep mystery. You are a strange gift. It is the drum that calls you to action, the sound of feet pounding the earth, the praying tongues of your grandmothers. Mothered by the burning soil, you stand there. Your mother's gift to this land that seeks to bury you. How dare the universe forget to protect you? Amari, who is she? An ancient scar, the mouth of a raging bull. She is fire and thunder, the fear of her grandfather. She is every moon from every sky collected as ransom. For Amari's wrath, the universe must surely pay. Who is she? The motherless daughter who stamps the ground to punish it for what it has stolen. She is all that seeks justice in the tongue of a monster. No human brave enough to avenge Amari's pain. She is all the mess you collect at a dump site, hoping to use it for something good. She is all of broken bones and broken hearts. Who is she? The one who fights. When the sun rises, she hunts for a fresh battlefield. Poverty, oppression, lovers buried in dirt, the occasional heartbreak. For Amari, there doesn't exist a day without something to fight. There are many beasts in this world, so of course her fingers are always tucked into fists. She is a warrior, but she did not choose her battle. It was gifted by a terrible fate. Guns in the wrong sets of hands, and children with eyes that see what adults wish to keep secret. Shh. There are many secrets that sleep in the quiet of her mouth. Her tongue clings to her past like a freshly made man, harboring the secrets of the mountains. Who is she? Surely she isn't all pain and wrath. Where does she hide her magic? What of her beauty? We will never.
Welcome back to Trendz Live. Africa Fashion International introduced the lead designer for AFI previous Autumn-Winter 2025 collection, Lois Dube, at the AFI Fashion Experience Joburg that was held at the Forum, the campus in Bryanston. The fashion experience ran in conjunction with the 9th annual Gender, Equality, Wellness and Leadership Summit, where Miss South Africa and other leaders hosted workshops in celebration of International Women's Day. We attended the final show where Lois Dube spotlit her show Stopping Designs. Our producer, Silepe Maifari, was there. Have a look.
African leader in pushing the continent's fashion to global markets. The Africa Fashion International has remained committed to highlighting African values of Ubuntu, heritage, collaboration, innovation, creativity, and craftsmanship. This time it is no different. The winner of the AFI Fast Track, Lois Dube, shows off her interpretation of Dandy as the lead designer for AFI Privé's Autumn-Winter 2025 collection.
AFI Privé, and you're one of the models. Who would have thought? I didn't know you model.
I don't model.
Today we saw you on the ramp doing your thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's my second time actually. The first time I did it was last year in December for AFI still. And to be part of this, it's something that is very outside of my comfort zone. So yeah, I'm just testing the waters to wonder what's allowed.
You are looking absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. No, it's a very cute dress. I love the sleeves. I love the little touch of the roses down here. Absolutely beautiful. And it was so much fun walking today and just getting to see the audience.
AFI Privé said, you know what? This hand over here is doing amazingly and it's the next best thing that we should all be looking out for. And we're all here to say, you know what? It was absolutely amazing. You did that. Congrats.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
How does it feel? Tell me, now that it's all taken place, it's all sunk in, how are you feeling about this particular moment?
I think I feel relieved, grateful. I'm out of words. I think I'm more grateful for the team that I work with. They made all of this possible.
I was completely blown away. I mean, South Africa has got so much talent. They're literally giving the internationals a run for their money. It's high time now South Africa actually put their own South African signature. Now designers, young designers overseas are now able to come to South Africa for inspiration. They now look up to our designers. I'm very proud to be South African.
Yep, no DNA, just RSA. Mzansi is taking fashion internationally by storm with the Black Dandy theme.
AFI has partnered with the Met Gala on the Black Dandy concept in New York. So today's show was already starting to show us what this Black Dandyism means. So you know the township Pansulas, the Sophia town era. It's just about it's about men dressing well and women as well, dressing up and dressing well, but back then it was in a form of resistance. We wanted to show that despite the challenges of being in the townships in Soweto, or being in the rural areas, we could still look good. So that's what Black Dandyism is all about. And today we saw a collection from AFI Privé, our designer Lois, and our atelier put together a fantastic show. I'm so proud of them.
The inspiration behind this collection is the church dandy. We basically wanted to follow suit with the theme for the Met Gala this year, which is Black Dandyism, Superfly. So we wanted to profile something that speaks to dandyism in our own continent, in our own country. And that for us was the uniforms that we wear when we go to church. It's how we wear suits when we go to church, how our parents wear those pleated skirts, you know.
It was a very unique type of showcase, not your normal runway. Tell us about that experience. How was it?
I think with the normal fashion show, you have to have this stern face and just walk straight. It's about the clothes or the design. It's not about the personality or the person behind it. But yeah, with this unique showcasing, they really wanted to show the personality of a Black dandy. When you research the history, it's a beautiful history that comes with it, but they said we almost like tap into our inner masculinity and shows our inner dandy. There's also a female dandy, so I tried this dress. It's quite feminine, but I tried.
I've never experienced a showcase that is so interactive, like sitting down, chilling, you know, that creative process. What was it like for you to engage in something like that?
It was a body shock because then I have to come and do rehearsals. So for me to come and do rehearsals, it shows the seriousness that goes behind it, you know. Even though it's just walking, but you need to walk in a certain way. So for me to be part of something that is professional like this, it really also opens my mind is to then have more respect to designer, have more respect to the models themselves.
What's next for us from this point into gearing up to this Met Gala?
Well, there's a lot of activities happening. You saw today it was the fashion show. For Women's Month, we're celebrating and asking more people to get involved. And then, of course, we will have panel discussions really stripping out what Black dandyism means and what dress for African people means. It's important that we understands the foundations upon which young designers are building. We want the world to know that what African designers can put together is of value. So I'm so pleased to see you dressed like this. You look absolutely amazing.
Hello everyone, my name is Mia Lego and I am your Miss South Africa 2024.
My name is Simpiwe Majola, the Chairman of Entertainment Operations.
My name is Teko Tsolofelo Modise.
And we are watching Trendz Live.
You're watching Trendz Live.
And you're watching Trendz Live
on SABC.
Oh, so stunning. Now, she's no stranger to scooping prestigious awards in fine dining, cementing her position as one of the continent's culinary stars. She also has bagged a few cookbooks under her name, and tonight we showcase South African chef Sibam Tongana at her eponymous restaurant in Cape Town, where she wowed patrons with her mouth-watering dishes.
In a fancy restaurant overlooking Cape Town's harbour, Chef Sibam Tongana carefully plates a dish with the precision of an artist, adding a delicate orange caviar as the final touch.
I'm a storyteller and I love to take people through my journey from my childhood, where I started.
That journey has led Mtongana to consecutive wins as Africa's best fine dining hotel restaurant in 2023 and 2024, cementing her position as one of the continent's culinary stars. Mtongana has hosted high-profile guests, including former U.S. First Lady Michelle Obama, human rights lawyer Amal Clooney, and philanthropist Melinda Gates. Mtongana's mission extends beyond accolades. Having traveled extensively as part of a Food Network contract, she identified a significant gap in global cuisine.
I realized that there is so little of anything African, let alone South African. It was just that affirmation that we're on the right path and we are continuously doing the right things. We are growing and we are ensuring that just because we had it last year, it doesn't mean that, you just don't fight again. I've got the award and you don't fight for it again. It meant that we are continuously growing. It's such an incredible honor.
One signature offering is her interpretation of idombolo, a traditional Xhosa steamed bread served as mini buns. As waitstaff carry plates of meticulously crafted dishes to expectant diners, Mtongana's kitchen buzzes with activity, each plate representing not just a meal, but a cultural statement elevating South African cuisine to world-class status.
Oh, so yummy. Listen, we're going to take a quick ad break, but before we do, let's head back to AFI Fashion Experience one last time to hear the messages that these influential figures of Mzansi shared in commemorating International Women's Month.
What message do you have for women in International Women's Month and just the resonance of us always having to spotlight women, not only in this month, but making sure that it's a continual conversation?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's important that you be curious. You must upskill yourself. That's very, very important. We're getting into the era of technology and artificial intelligence. Please just make yourself knowledgeable. Educate yourself. Don't get left behind.
We're celebrating the resilience. We're celebrating Imbogodo, the brilliant women in South Africa.
Women play a very, very important part in our lives, whether it's mothers, whether it's wives, it's girlfriends. And to be celebrated is huge. We should be celebrating them every day because of the workload that they have. Some of the things that I can't do, but they're capable, and they're born with love, and we need to protect them and love them. And what I would say as well is let's try and celebrate them as much as we can. And yeah, man, let's love our women. Let's love. I think they deserve love. They deserve more, actually.
It means that all the women who have fought so hard for our voices and for our rights, they are being seen, they are being recognized, and they are being celebrated.
To be a woman in South Africa can sometimes be very hard, but opportunities like this make us feel seen and valued.
Thank you and happy Women's Month.
Of things I should be thankful for, I've had a goodly share, And as I sit here in the comfort of a cozy chair, my fancy takes me to a humble East Side tenement. The reefer lights up in the rear to where my childhood days were spent. It wasn't much like paradise, but amid the dirt and all, there sat the sweetest angel, one that I fondly called my wonderful mama. I need her more than ever now, my wonderful mama. I long to kiss her wrinkled brow.
Human Rights Month aims to celebrate both living and fallen heroes. And of course, music is a powerful tool of expressing emotions and trajectories during different seasons. Known as one of our national treasures, Mama Miriam Makeba will forever be revered for the role she played in our nation's history, especially through music. Now, 3 generations later, it's become evident that her apples indeed have not fallen too far from the tree. In studio, we're joined by Mama Africa's granddaughter, who's not only a songstress, but will also be part of her grandmother's tribute and documentary showcase right here in Braamfontein this coming Sunday. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Trendz Live Stage. Zenzi Makeba Lee, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me, Trendz Live.
It's an absolute honor. You opened the show, or you just opened with a performance of the song titled Mama. Talk to me about the song and why it's so special to you right now.
The song is very special to me because this month of March represents the 40th anniversary of my mother, Mam Sibongile Angela Makeba, the only child of Mama Miriam Makeba, who passed away in West Africa, Conakry, Guinea, on the 17th of March, 1985. So that's years ago. But it's also Mama Makeba's month of her birthday. It marks 93 years old she would have been if she was alive, and the 40th anniversary of the passing of her the only child, my mom, Mama Sibongile Angela Makeba.
A song of love and a song of remembrance. I love that. And speaking of memory, look, Mama Miriam's memories are endless, but I want to talk to you about your memories. Zenzi, what are some of your fondest memories with your grandmother?
There's so many of them, and the reason why I say that is because I was raised by her from the age of 6 months. My mom was young, as you know. She had my brother, my older brother, Lumumba Nelson Lee, when she was very young, and my dad too. So I was literally raised by my grandmother and traveled around with her. So I got too many memories. But what I like to always say is there's so many people in the world that she touched. And we all have memories of her. I don't know which one to even share with you because there's so many of them.
It's okay, because I mean, really, I think if you asked a lot of South Africans or a lot of people really would share that special bond.
The food, the fashion, the music. That's really what encompasses her. She was a great cook. She made a special chili pepper, which we call Mazi's pepper, because she was Mazenzi, and I was baby Zenzi. So I'm named after her. She's Zenzile, and I'm Zenzile as well. So they would call us Zenzi.
You are a songstress yourself. You wrote Homeland. Talk to me about Homeland and some of the themes that are addressed through your music and how you carry the legacy forward.
Well, Homeland was a song that I wrote very quickly, actually. But my mom was in the studio. She was doing the album, which was nominated for the Grammy. And then she came to me and she said, please write me a song, you know, that talks about me coming back home and how I feel. And since I was with her, and she always spoke about coming back home, and I was here when she came back home, I wrote that song like in about 2 hours. I had to go in the corner, took it to the studio, and she recorded. But I wrote it with Lokua Kanza, because if you realize the chorus is actually in Lingala. Homeland, Gaina Zongi, Pokana, that's Lokua. So it was written by both of us, that particular song.
Ah, yeah. I love it. Look, Zenzi, before I let you close the show and I let you go, talk to me about the special thing that's happening on Sunday. Why is it such an important thing that this show is being showcased in celebration, of course, of Mama's life, especially in this time that we're in? And maybe just tell me a little bit about what the show is about.
Well, the show, the inspiration of the show is really, like I said to you earlier, this month of March is quite an important month for Mama, for her birthday, but also it marks the 40th anniversary of our daughter, our only child's passing in 17 March 1985. And what the theme really is there's 3 generations of songwriters and performers. So the idea was to take songs written by Mamsi Bongile, which were, like, for example, Aluta Continua was written by Mamsi Bongile, her daughter, West Wind. Sahamba no tutu sayofuni sangoma. They call it witch doctor, but Mama used to say you can't be a witch and a doctor, you know. So Isangoma, that's the name of the song, really. And also songs of Mama, the popular ones that she wrote on her own, that she composed also with Uncle Kaifas, Auntie Letta, Mom Dorothy. And then also my few of my compositions I threw in, because I'm a songwriter too. And we're just going to have fun. It's going to be at the Entitled Basement on the 23rd, this coming Sunday. And I'd like to thank my brother, Mr. Nelson Lumumba Lee, Mr. Mandla Baloy, and the whole team at Entitled Basement. I'd like to thank Trendz as well, you know, for remembering Mama and Mama Sibongile, and for keep on honoring her.
No, thank you, Zenzi. Thank you. And look, all the best with the show on Sunday, and may your family's history and legacy continue to change the trajectory of so many out there.
Yeah, thank you. It's thanks to all of you and everybody watching. Thank you so much.
That's how we close off the show tonight. That's all we have for you. But do not fear, we're back again next week, Friday, 8 p.m, exclusive to SABC News Channel 404. Closing the show tonight is Zenzi Makeba Lee. My name is Mngeti, but you can call me Mngwe. From my heart to yours. For now, until next time, au revoir. Bye-bye.
It's my life, let it alone. 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 Won't be another day like the one I went through sometime last May. Based on what I think others might say, My life is mine, and the choices I make just fine. I'll find my way. Ain't afraid, 'cause whatever path I take, the price I'm sure I'm bound to pay. I have been told what life may hold. Still ain't afraid to let life unfold. When I have been told what life may hold, still ain't afraid to let life unfold. It's my life. It's my life, let it alone.